What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and we are back on the road to #1. I know you guys wanted to see another one soon, so here I am to deliver. Let's check out the leaderboard here. We obviously had a good episode. Last episode, we actually gained some points, and then we had that pesky Chinese museum trekker right at the end there. So that was a bit of a disaster, but we still ended up higher than what we were. We're still going fine, just hovering about that 1,400 that we've been at for so long. So let's see if we can finally make things happen here, finally get the series moving back up. I really think we can, but let's see what happens here. And we're against Johnny Bonnie here on the first round. Hopefully just making some good quick guesses today. This should be somewhere in Bangladesh. Now, it's fairly forested. I think you just click fairly central in the country here, or maybe a little bit southern central, but I'm not really sure, so this should be a fine guess. We're driving left here. Interesting green number plate there, but I think that's actually maybe the proper number plate. I don't know. Yeah, green number plates do happen, and that was a good guess from our opponent here, who's plonked quite nicely, but it's not going to be too many points there, though it is almost 500, so it's not nothing. Next one here should be Indonesia. I want to go quickly here. Let's see if we see a pole top, though. Oh, that doesn't really look like an Indo pole. Could we be elsewhere? So let's actually check this out here. Take a moment here. That is the Sri Lankan car. So, in which case I would say, yeah, central works quite nicely here, or maybe southern. I'm not really sure which is better. I'm actually go southern here, just like the predominance of palm trees here, and we're probably closer to the coast, but the middle hedge works nicely. I've also been like dealing with some internet issues today. You can see a lot of the rounds kind of taking a while to load in here. So, ooh, another nice plonk by our opponent, taking us down a few more 100 points here. And that is interesting how close they've been both rounds here, but no accusations at all yet. That's both been very reasonable guesses. Next one here should be somewhere in, is this, ooh, I'm not quite sure actually. I couldn't tell you I know. I think it's India. And in which case I thought maybe, yeah, we're driving left and these guys look like they could be Indian, so I think that feels nice. I would go maybe Mumbai, or there's like a bunch around here as well. So I'm going to click between them. I'm going to go Hyderabad, which is also possible, I think. But I think it's probably like here or just Mumbai. So that should be a fine guess. Let's see where our opponent goes here, because I'm going to have some questions if they get the right city again. Well, it's actually just New Delhi, though. Interesting. Didn't realize there was so much, or that there was actually Generation 3 Trekker, or I don't think there is much in New Delhi, but there's a bit. So there we go. Opponent looking like they're actually legit, just had some nice plonks off the bat. The next one here is going to be like Greece or something. I think I could go quickly here, but it's worth like on a Mediterranean round checking. But yeah, the internet issues are kind of hampering us a little bit here. This should be Italy. We saw black backs of the signs, so I think we go quickly here. Maybe Sicily working best. Could also see Sardinia, but I think Sicily with this landscape. I don't know, actually, maybe Sardinia is kind of low-key better here. I should have thought more about that, but we're in the right country, so at least there's that, if he manages to plonk really close. I mean, the road's really pale for Italy, which is kind of interesting here. And it was Greece. Oh yeah, you do get the black backs of the signs. The North Macedonia guess is kind of sus, to be honest, because like there's no Generation 2 in North Macedonia, and this guy's been plonking so close. But we'll see. Not gonna say he's definitely cheating. The next one here is gonna be somewhere in, is it what? Actually, yellow plates around the place here. So this is going to be somewhere in Hong Kong. We actually have Chinese there as well. So this could be a good round to separate like a less experienced Geoguessr player from a newer, a more experienced player, because this is not easy. Like, you do have the yellow plates here, that helps out, and yeah, he goes Japan. So yeah, maybe I have to take it back again. We actually just win the duel off that. Kind of crazy. I mean, he had some really nice guesses. He must just have vibed it on the Greece one and the other ones as well. So well played to him. I'm going to wait a sec here, because preferably I wouldn't play him again, but let's go again now and see if we actually can gain some more points here. So just below that 1.4k, we've been sitting there since we started moving. It's really crazy. We just keep on getting a little bit unlucky at the end of episodes, which is really funny. But I do believe soon we're gonna like start to take off. Anyway, we're against Gertie here, and we're in Lesotho on this first round here. Kind of feels like the central road to me. I think I would go like around here. Could also be one of these eastern ones as well, but it's definitely not the west, so we can say that much. Very beautiful country. I mean, it is stunning, really. And yeah, it was the central road there, so that's pretty good. I guess it was kind of western, but yeah, we both click the middle, and it's really no damage. Yeah, I'd love to go to Lesotho, actually. That's one of the countries in Africa that most intrigues me to go to, I must say. Next one here is DR, and we do have Hills North. And if you have Hills North, you have to be in De los Caballeros, as far as I am aware. So yeah, we just go there, and we should be good. We also had a grey painted pole, which is very de los Caballeros. So that's going to be a little bit of damage there. Good for us, but nothing too crazy, of course. And let's see what we get on the next one here. It's Japan. We have one of these like orange bands, which is a Shikoku thing, I think. No, it could be something else. Okay, so let's check out the things here. We've actually got a Tohoku plate there. So thinking we're somewhere up there. I mean, architecture does feel a bit further north as well. Let's check out this. That's interesting. That yellow thing I don't really recognize. So pole tops here. Yeah, I think pole tops are relatively generic. So yeah, I would go fairly north here, maybe like here. This should be fine. And it was, yeah, all the way up there. Very nice indeed. That's the good thing about knowing some Japan. Japan really is so great to know because the meta's so good for moving. Like it's the perfect country for doing a little bit of moving, finding a clue, and then guessing. So that's really what happened there. Next one here is like Baltic. We have no antenna. That's strange for Baltic. We wouldn't really find that there. So we have to be a bit further south, I guess. Let's check out this number plate here. Could it be like, well, it's not Croatia, but interesting. No plates there. So I think we really have to move here. I'm not sure without signage where this would be, actually. Still not sure as we approach the highway here. It still kind of feels Baltic, so am I missing something here? I may be. As we get onto the road, I think it's actually Ukraine, yeah. And if we don't have antenna, then we're probably like, that's the short antenna road, so we're probably like near Kyiv or something like this. I think this highway here has no antenna, so it could be like there. I would not be surprised if this is actually just Kyiv, to be honest, because of the, oh wow, it's actually Kharkiv. Must have found something, but a good guess from our opponent there. And it's going to be 800 points of damage. Glad that didn't happen later on, but yeah, I mean, the slight healiness of the round is less typical of Kyiv, I guess, so that's something to consider. Next one here, we've got the typical antenna of Latin America. Now, country-wise, I thought it looked like Chile, but it can't be Chile with that antenna, so now I'm trying to consider what's best next. So I think Colombia here, but I might just shut up and try and get to some better clues here. Yeah, we have crosses on the backs of the signs. This is Colombia, and a really strange feeling Colombia. I must say, I still get the feeling that I could be wrong, but that's a very typical Colombian cross, surely. So I guess I'll kind of guess south here, just because I just don't recognize it, and sometimes like that kind of Ecuador-Colombia border can be a bit confusing. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if our opponent doesn't know it either. It is just in the capital. That's actually crazy. So gonna be 1,000 points damage there. Good guess from our opponent again. I don't know why I should have just gone capital, but it was like such a strange round. I guess that shows my rustiness a little bit here. Anyway, next one should be UK. I mean, I guess we'll just go for like a yellow rear plate or something here. Why not be sure when you're allowed to move? And it could actually still be France or something, I guess, or Ireland. That plate. So this is the UK sticker with the man getting zapped. Let's confirm with plates here. Yeah, and so it should be southern here. That's my kind of vibe. But maybe not too southern. Like, it is very flat as well, so I'll just go north of London near Cambridge. That should be a fine guess, I think. Yeah, the fact that it feels a bit like France, and we only have slight hills. I could see, like, Swindon area as well, but actually was just near Colchester there. He could only find front plates, I assume, so that's going to be 2.7k damage. Obviously great for us, and he goes in Ireland. Okay, next one here. 2.5 times damage driving right in Albania, I want to say. We do have rifts in the sky. It feels pretty good for Albania, I must say. Is this kind of like some of those southern valleys you get down here, maybe? I don't know if those valleys are big enough. I'm actually just going to click middle here. And it was southern. Ah, man. Yeah, I recognized it, but I couldn't see any valleys big enough. That is the one that's big enough with the river running down the middle. So we'll get that next time for sure, guys. I had the right vibe. Finally starting to get a bit of Albania under my belt. Okay, next one here, triple damage. And we're going to be in, what is it? Mexico. Let's see. That's actually a sign over there. So we'll definitely go for that if it will let us. I'm kind of a frustrating bit of movement here, but that's okay because we're going to get to it soon enough. And we have the highway number. We do have Villa Garcia. And so I guess, yeah, we have Mex Bollards, and it feels a bit further north, I must say. It kind of feels a bit Texas. So do we have anything here? Ooh, something mejor. Don't understand any of that, to be honest. It probably is useful to someone who's from Mexico, but for me, not so much. So I think we go for further info here. I mean, my standard plonk is just to go like kind of northern here, but I assume my opponent will know it's Mexico, and it's kind of a random, I mean, Mexico's a weak country for me, so it's kind of a random bet at this stage. Although, yeah, north definitely feeling better. So will we actually come across anything here? This is like, yeah, this is a dirt road, kind of seeming not so promising. Although we are going to make it through the dirt patch here. Yeah, internet being a little bit annoying here, so sorry about that, guys, but looks like we are going to come to some signage here, so that's at least something. Yeah, there's a sign over there. We'll go for this sign, and if not, then I'll probably guess like near Monterey or something like that, but we'll see. And so, sign here is completely unhelpful. Still don't, like, it is like a lot of character, still don't love it, so I think I just click, like, near Torion, actually. And hope for the best. Yeah, 3 times damage. We could lose here. It is feasible. Like, true vibes may have even said, like, closer to Ciudad Juarez, but, you know, it's just so risky that I feel like this guess is better. We'll see, though. And it was actually closer to Mexico City, so glad I didn't go with my gut and went closer to the city, and I guess from our opponent is good. So, very close duel here. Obviously, wouldn't be the worst to lose this. Our opponent is relatively high rated, so that's fine. Next one here should be somewhere in Indonesia. That looks like a North Sumatra pole, low-key. I want to get some more further confirmation, though. I mean, internet is just so frustrating right now. I was not going to film it, but I thought you guys deserved one, so why not? I will go for that. I will go for that. I think, is my guess really better than his at this stage? Probably not. So, oh, look at that. I was just studying Indonesian poles today, and that wins us the duel. That's crazy. That is the best feeling. I was literally studying Sumatran poles on my way back on the bus today, like going through my flashcards, and I saw that exact type of pole. That is clutch. So, GG's to our opponent. They played really nicely, put me on the ropes for sure. So, have to be happy with that. And we're gonna push through the bad internet here. I still think like it is playable. Next opponent here, Luis Fortuna. Shoutouts to Lewis, man. Lewis was at my Melbourne meetup, and he is also someone we've played before in the series, so this should be a fun duel. We have to say, I'll give him a wave here. And we're in New Zealand to start off with here. We have, like, some eucalyptus trees, but New Zealand is definitely a country where I like to move and go for further info. Not that there's often much info, but yeah, I mean, will we actually see anything that way? It looks like there's nothing that way. I'm actually going to go back to the start here and go up the hill, because it looked like there might be a sign that way instead. So vibes-wise, I think you go North Island here, but North-South Island also works. And he goes in for the guess here. Did he actually see anything? Probably not. You know, that's kind of like orchards. Yeah, I think I go North-South Island here, actually. I don't know, like maybe this kind of area. It's a bit strange, though. We'll see. And it was actually almost max south there. That's kind of a bad guess. Glad that happened round 1. 1,000 damage there. Yeah, no good. I don't know, just didn't get a strong vibe. That was like, there's a very North Island feeling with like some eucalyptus trees even mixed in there. Next one here, we're in Brazil. It's like, ooh, it's like old generation, like it's like Minas Gerais, I feel. Just trying to like see if I see anything else. I think I just like plonk at Minas. Actually, you know what's crazy is that me and Lewis were practicing Brazil together on the bus, on the train when I was over there in Melbourne, because we took the train together. So shout outs to the homie. And that was a good guess from us. I mean, yeah, he knows that I like some Brazil, so that's 2k damage. Goes in Geoguessr, not a terrible guess, but those green hills, very typical of where I clicked. Next one here's in Japan, which is good for us here. So we have like stick pole tops here, and we have what looks to be, I would say that is a Kyushu. I think that is a Kyushu plate there, but it is kind of silver looking though. So I want to go for further info. Could still be Tokyo. Let's check out what we got on the next one here. I mean, it does look like Kyushu to me. That's the problem. That is silver as well. No, I think it's Tokyo, but like on an island or something? It's confusing, man. I don't know. I think I kind of clicked southern here. Okay, well, it's just, yeah, Yamanashi. That is an interesting round. So, pole plates save us from a really bad guess there, and good guess from him as well. Crazy. I wonder if he actually saw anything that he knew, or if it was kind of just a Tokyo hedge. Regardless, he does a good job. Next one here, and we are in Victoria, which is his home state, of course. Very, like, a lot of, like a long grass here. So we got to go for this sign, obviously, over here, but that's generation 1 now. I wonder if we can still actually read it through that, if there's anything legible here. Oh man, he's gonna know. Shepparton is nearby. Bendigo is also the opposite direction. And we're near a place starting with T. I guess we're there. Gosh, guys, that's one of the most scuffed moving rounds I've ever done. Let's see if he actually, if he went the other direction, he could be in trouble. Because this is not necessarily an easy round, especially, I don't know how many like Australian poles he knows, because we had Victoria-specific poles here. So let's see if he gets it. He shout, and he does. Okay, we're both right on it there. We have to send a laughing one there. That's great. That's great. In his home state, this is a fun duel. Shout outs to Lewis, man. Okay, next one here. Should be somewhere in Taiwan, so a relatively low impact round here. Still might go for a phone code here, just because it is like this is the type of duel where I easily could lose, so any kind of points we can get are good. Looks like we have no phone code there. And so it is fairly smoggy here, fairly flat. I think I just click West Coast and hope for the best here. Outside of Taichung will be fine. And it was indeed Taichung City there, so just gonna be like 500 points-ish, something like that. It was 380 even, so nothing too crazy there. Let's see what happens on the next one here. We are in Europe. Now, where are we? That's interesting. Stop sign looks Italian. Okay. Given that that's the case, I think you go fairly southern here. It looks fairly southern. That is kind of interesting. So West Ocean here. And it's very dry. So I actually kind of want to go for place name or something here. What does that say? Ooh, Cotral. I don't know if that's actually going to be a place. Okay, I hope it's not. I think I just kind of go like here somewhere in the hope that it's not Sardinia. And it was okay, it was just south of Rome. Thought of that exact kind of... I was thinking of going like down here on this coast, but yeah, it was a bit hilly there. So definitely a difficult round there. I mean, it was so dry, and I just didn't have enough time to get my thoughts in order. Okay, now we're in Malaysia. That could be good for us. That could be very good for us. So let's see if we watch my videos about it, and if we can actually pull a good guess, because looks like we have no black stickers here, which is a bit frustrating. So we also have like ambiguous pole tops here. So I would say this is north. Let's get out to this main road here. So, is that a Melaka sticker? Yeah, that's Melaka stickers, I think. And so I think we just go for it here. Just want to make sure, because Melaka rarely has the white car, so it could actually just be Kuala Lumpur here instead. In fact, I think it kind of is more likely to be. That's a blue sign? Ooh. Now, can we read any of that? Oh man, it's so annoyingly placed that. I mean, I think I just continue to go for info because I think I haven't got a full picture yet. That's really crazy how many are lacking blue stickers here, black stickers here. I want to go further that direction. I mean, it's so Melaka. I have to go for it. It's so Melaka, but oh man. The blue street signs, I don't remember them being there, so I'm worried here. I'm legitimately worried. And it's just KL. That makes so much sense. It's going to be huge damage. Or, not huge, but big. 1K. Very Melaka stickers. And also the fact that they were so high on the polls was the big bait. Like, I feel like most people who, did a bit of Malay research would get baited by that. But okay, this is somewhere in... Where do you go? I feel like this could... I have to go for further info here. Let's just see if we get any, signs, because really, this would be plonk in the middle, or hope that we find the city name here, really, I would say. So let's see if we get anything here on this intersection. Ooh, we probably do. What does that say? Ooh, Vulitzer. So no, we need, yeah, Rivne. Scan, Oscar, scan. Rivne. Oh, there we go. Nice. Got it, guys. That's great. Oh, it was actually outside the city. There we go. But that's very good. That's very good for us. 1.8k there. Clutch Cyrillic reading at the end. And I remembered what you guys were saying in the comments about Vulitsa for street in Ukrainian versus M for miesto or whatever. So that's going to be what it says for city. Anyway, this is Masaru, I think. So we can take a moment to chill. Does it say Masaru anywhere? I mean, it would be cool if we could see the place name here anywhere. Looks like we don't. What about there? Yeah, looks fairly like this is standard Masaru suburbs if you ask me, so we should be good. And it was indeed. Ooh-wee. Okay, guys. Keep it calm and collected. This is obviously big points if we win as well. So we're on to quadruple damage here with Italian bollards and Italian signs. And it's not a particularly pleasant round here, I must say. I'm tempted to go all the way south again. We have sheep and everything. It could be a middle click. It could easily be a middle click here. What's with these hedgerows as well? I mean, it's not San Marino, but maybe it is a middle click more type of round here, because it is very green. Okay, we have a SSP 37. Don't know if that's at all findable. SSP. I mean, SSP. I think that's not findable. SSP, what about this stuff? Yeah, okay, so... Click Florence? I mean, that feels bad, but... Oh, shit. SSP is there. Okay, that's probably knockout damage, almost. Yeah, it is. Ay. I mean, yeah, it's a good guess. I just couldn't go there myself. That's GG's to Lewis there. Will we face him again? No, we will face Kinu instead. Should be more of a chill around there. GG's to Lewis. Man. Oh, man, it's just... I don't know. I don't think... Okay, this is Qatar. Let's take a look at Italy again. So, SSP, is that a thing there? I mean, I don't see it. So he must have just found the road, or just landscape guessed, which is reasonable because it was so, like, I don't know, hedgerows, I didn't associate that with Sardinia, but it must be a thing there. So anyway, let us go this time for Qatar, because this is the Qatar Google car, if I can find it, and just see. This actually could be the north stuff in Al Khor. Could see that as well, honestly, just because it feels like a bit more, you know, less built up, but we'll find out soon enough. Well, it's just on the outskirts there. So, okay guys, we really have to focus up here a little bit. Get this episode back on the rails. Obviously, we want to do one more after this to get back to where we were at least. Oh man, the Malaysia, we could have finished it there almost, I think. Anyway, next one. We do have state flag there, so let's check out that quickly. Is it going to still be flying? Yeah, that is... Oh, what's that now? Let me do process of elimination here. I think it's Perak, actually. So, yeah, I think that's the Perak flag. And it's pretty flat here, so I guess we could be in, like, Sitawan or something like that. Or Taiping actually works the best here, because we see that hill north. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's not where we clicked, but I think it's probably Taiping. I don't think it's Epoch, because that's kind of, like, in the mountains. But I may also just be wrong about the flag. We'll see. And yeah, okay, what? It was there? Where's that hill? Oh, it's on the other side of the water there. Well, that's nice. Good result for us there. Definitely goes to show that knowing those flags is useful in Malaysia, because they are pretty proud of their states. Anyway, next one here, going to be somewhere in Kenya. And I would say that this is, well, it can't be west because it's the black car. So I think you just kind of click Nairobi here and hope for the best. I think this is Nairobi, actually. But yeah, the black car, back in the day, that one never ran out all the way west, so you could confidently click the middle of the country. And here we are with the tapes, so yeah, it's definitely Nairobi area with those tapes as well. Let's see where it was, and wow, he forgot the car and goes Senegal. So yeah, it goes to show, like, newer players don't necessarily know those Kenya cars and stuff like that from back in the day. So unfortunate there for our opponent. Is this, like, Portugal or something? Kind of gave me a Portugal vibe, but I could be completely wrong. Well, I guess we can go for info here. There's no harm in doing so. This almost feels Latin American, doesn't it, though? Yeah, so is it, it's actually going to be somewhere in Colombia. That's fascinating. So let's see if we can get the 5K here. And so the Piper. I think Piper must be something to find, but I don't know where it is. So let's see here. So yeah, I don't know. Do I actually try and find this, or do I just kind of go for the guess? Well, our opponent had evidently figured it out. First off, let's figure out we're in the right country. We got a yellow plate there. We got a yellow plate there. Very good. It feels like it's, I mean, it gives me a south vibe again, so I think I just try this, but I mean, we'll find out soon enough. And this time it was north. Okay, so clearly, there was Piper as well. Clearly my guesses have been a bit subpar on Colombia today. I think that just kind of comes from the fact that with work and everything, I've been not able to play as much, so some of those more just generic landscape rounds, I'm starting to, you know, have a slightly worse feel for. This is Greece, yeah, and I'm not sure where. I think it's mainland, and I think I just go Larissa here as a middle hedge. We only need 600 points damage here, so guessing quickly is never a bad idea against like an 800 red opponent who may not know the country until they come to some language. It was northern there, so we saw another black sign back here. I feel like that is maybe more of a North Greece thing, but yeah, I mean, we shall see. With further research. Okay, these things on top of the pole are more of a kind of Kalimantan thing, but I could also see this being North Sumatra again. That's interesting pole top, by the way. What are those things? Could this be Bangka? But I don't think so. Okay, what about roofs here? We have a lot of like tiled roofs, or some at least. Okay, very confusing here, I must say. Pole marking is interesting, like, ooh, kind of confused here. I cannot lie, guys. So back to this. What is that pole? What is that pole doing? Okay, interesting. A lot of tiled roofs here, very mountainous. So we could actually go Java here. It's actually not out of the question now that I look around a little bit more. I mean, look at all this as well. This is confusing me, guys. What does this say? Okay, well, let's just go for further info. Maybe I'll find like a state-specific clue or something. Like this thing? No. Don't see anything. Like, And they're all this really weird pole top. Oh, and our opponent guesses on 2 times damage. It could be bad here. It could be bad. And we have like a lot of palms. I think I'm basically obligated to go Java with this many Javaroos, but I guess I could hedge between the water here. That feels reasonable. Okay, well, it's just East Java. What a round, and a good guess from our opponent, by the way. So it's almost 1,000 points damage. I was completely confused. Those are West Java poles, and I knew that the whole time. Like if you told me just like in isolation, I would have known, but the round is just so confusing to me. Anyway, next one here. We are kind of going on this angle in Botswana. And it feels like it could be like this road, but no, it doesn't. So is this actually just south? I mean, it gave me a north vibe, but the longer I look at it, the more I think it is maybe just south. I could do a coward's move and click the middle of the country here and actually have a pretty good success rate, I think. Like, definitely something about it gives me a bit of a north vibe, so I'm a little bit worried here. Well, let's just see if we get anything on this sign. I'll just leave it middle here, I think. And so what's it going to say? Ooh. Oh man, that's so illegible. That's impossible to read. Okay, was. And Coward's Hedge may pay off here. It will pay off, wow. Never thought I'd have to Coward's Hedge like that against an 800 rated player, but that's what you got to do for your 1 point. So GG's to our opponent there. And so we will go for one more duel here to finish off the video. See what happens here. Oh, we're against the same guy again. That's kind of unfortunate because we're going to get another 1 point here to end off the video. You know, just 5 points below where we were, but that's the way it's going to happen, unfortunately. So, yeah, what are we going to see here today? This feels like Czechs, maybe, red plate. That's a traveling Belgian plate? No way. Let's see what we see here. So, Generation 4, with a black sign back. This is a strange round, no? Is it actually Romania? Oh, it's Romania. Okay, this is not so strange at all. But the Belgian plate must be like a temporary plate for something, I think. If you ask me, these places, I don't think I can be bothered region guessing. I think I'll just click in the middle here. Our opponent is kind of inexperienced enough that they may just miss it, although they probably are European, so they should get it, all things considered. We will see if that is the case or not here. It's fairly good clues for Romania with like these poles as well. But our opponent goes in Turkey, so that's not too bad for us. Actually ends up being north, so good amount of damage there for us in the first round. I think we'll guess really quickly from now on in this game. If we can win it before round 5, then I might do one more. That's an Isle of Man flag. It's hidden there, so our opponent may immediately have like started running off and have missed that. So that's our hope. But it is a pretty easy UK, or, you know, British Isles and Ireland, so our opponent does get it there. Gonna be a bit of damage, but nothing too crazy. Let's see what happens on the next round here. This is maybe somewhere in Poland, I believe, and maybe max South Poland. It gives me that feeling. I mean, language is correct, so I think I will just go for that here. Near Krakow, near Katowice, I drove those roads, and of course it wasn't. Poland, infamously difficult, and definitely just as difficult when you have like massive barriers to cover half the landscape, for sure. And highway rounds have never been my thing anyway. Next one here, no antenna. We got smudges. Think you just go in North Mass here. Feels really good to me, so I'll just go straight for it. This is another round where our opponent may struggle, just given the fact that it's rural, and we have like, you know, we have fairly generic Eastern European buildings, in all honesty. Lack of a blue strip could help our opponent here if they know that that's quite a North Mass thing. But they go in Greece, which is a fine guess, honestly. You know, part of the fact that you don't really get too much lack of antenna in Greece on Generation 3, it is like similar landscape, so yeah. Okay, round number 5 here, and we are going to be somewhere in Colombia here, which has not been my forte today. Gonna hop over that direction if I can. Yeah, I can, nice. And so what will we see here? Will we see any taxi? I mean, it feels like it's very open, so Bogota still works. I want to see if we see any, like, okay, we have, do we have anything specific here on these poles, I wonder? So often they're, like, kind of painted orange at the top, at least these, like, electricity poles. Our opponent will know the country, so I don't think it's actually a mistake to go for a bit of extra info here. So, orange paint anywhere. Not really. Ooh. Like, I know, like, even, like, these, ooh, is that orange thing? I think that might be a Bogota thing as well. And we do have, like, an orange, oh, we do have the orange paint job. It's just lower on the pole. Okay, I've been looking too high, I think. Oh, but that's good. That's Bogota, so I think my bold prediction is that our opponent guesses the exact same place that we do, and nothing happens for the whole round. And I probably could have just gone Bogota to begin with, but he goes in Quito. Okay, misses the yellow plates there somehow. It's going to be nice damage for us, almost game-ending damage there on round number 5. And so we'll end off the video here at round number 6, which is going to be somewhere in the UK, I can only assume. And we are driving left there, so I think I just go here. Our opponent goes in quickly as well. Let's see. and it was just in Jersey. That makes sense. Very narrow road, so perfect sense there, but it's going to be enough damage to take him out, and we win the duel there. So getting back to how are we at such a standstill? It's actually kind of crazy to me how much of a standstill we've been at. Like, it's just like, it's quite a statistical anomaly. Oh, anyway, we stand still on this episode as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I think we played well today. I think we had some nice guesses, and just Lewis stood in our way there a little bit with some really nice guesses of his own. But guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I'll see you guys in a video next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.